Hi everyone, in this video we'll talk about opencode-benchmark-dashboard, which is a tool that I developed. And yes, it is useful mainly if you want to compare large language models performance on your computer. And yes, the current large language models that runs on your computer are very powerful, and they can also buy things for you on Amazon with the right integrations. And yeah, I don't have a very fast computer, so it took 23 minutes and 33 seconds to do this operation. So to search something on Amazon and add it to the cart. But yeah, the point of this video is an evolution of a video that I already made on my channel, which is this one. This video was about best performance and trade-off between accuracy and speed, but I did this test with normal LLMs. This time I'm using opencode, and opencode it's a more advanced way to use large language models. And yeah, with opencode, if sometimes the model fails, you can retry, and it is done automatically, because opencode doesn't just answer to your questions, to your prompt, but it runs and execute commands on your computer. So this is the project. And so why to use this? Obviously to find the best trade-off for your use case and your hardware on your computer. And you will generate a chart like this. So these are online models, and these are local models in my hardware, which is just a CPU. It isn't very fast. And here you have fast and accurate models. So in the first quarter you find the most interesting LLMs, and yeah, you decide the prompts to test the LLMs. And another important thing is that often people talk about token per second, but I don't think it is a very relevant metric, because some models reason a lot. So it means that they spend a lot of time thinking and not finding the solution. So if you find models which have less reasoning, you also improve your speed, your token per second, because they reach the solution faster. So with this tool also you see useful tokens, not just token per seconds. So yeah, there are scenarios where small LLMs can fix themselves using the commands on your computer, so they could find faster the solution for your tests. Okay, how can you use it? You download this on your computer, and you will find the link in the description. So you install the dependencies for ban Node.js runtime. You should have already opencode configured on your system, and with this tool you can use local LLMs, but also remote LLMs from opencode or from other providers. So you can also compare different providers with your prompts. And you run like this. So ban run answer the name of the model, which is an online model, this one, but it depends on your opencode models command. So here you have the list of the available models in your system, and you can also configure it in this path. So in .config opencode.json, here you can put your OpenAI compatible models here. So you run it with the answer, and it will generate the answer. So in prompt answers, you can see that you have the answer, and then you can evaluate the answer, and the evaluator model can also be another one, so it isn't important. Under config-benchmark-dashboard, you can replace the evaluator model, and this evaluator model decides if the answer is correct or not. So it's more advanced than just see exactly the answer. It can also decide that the answer is correct, also if the wording is different to reply. And you can also run the test for a single test. So with -t, you can decide a single test just to rerun that, and you can also evaluate again just a test. And with the ban run dashboard, after you finish the execution of answer and evaluation, you can run ban run dashboard, and you get something like this one. So it's an interactive dashboard with all your tests. You can also filter if you want to see just some models, not every model. And this is my situation. So here I have my personal tests, so about coding, about data extraction, knowledge, reasoning, and so on. And here it's all the models that I tested. The models with the Llama CPP are my local models that I use. And I also have opencode models, which are the ones that opencode provides for free. And I also tested some models on OpenRouter, which is another integration of a remote provider for LLMs. So you can also see if remote providers perform in the same way, or you can compare local models with remote models. So like Nemotron, this Nemotron is from OpenRouter, and this Nemotron is from my computer, but in my computer I use a quantized version. So as you can see, the results are a little bit different, and the remote version also is faster, but the remote version is also less quantized, so we have some more greens results. And yeah, this could also be useful to see if you can use a quantized version or not for your use case. And this is my situation. So these are the remote models that I test, and at the top for accuracy and speed I have StepFun Step 3.5 Flash, which is a very good model that you can test now on OpenRouter. And the other one is OpenCode GPT-5 Nano. It also performed quite well on my tests. And yeah, but these are online. In my computer, the best result I had is this one with Llama CPP, Qwen 3.5 35B A3B. So 3 billion parameters active. It was the most accurate on my computer, and it also quite fast. And as you can see, I tested other models that are bigger, slower, but they do not perform as good as this new model from Qwen. Other good models that I mentioned in the past are this one, so Nemotron 3 Nano 30B A3B and GPT OSS 20B. These are also quite good and quite accurate. And if I want something more for data extraction and yeah, less accurate, but also quite acceptable, it's this one, Youngcode 4B, and this is the quantization Q4KM. So this is the situation in my computer. As you can see, I have many more models that I test. And also this one, BU 30B A3B, it's good. It depends on your use case. Some models are good for agentic coding and yeah, data extraction. But if you need more knowledge of the world, you have to use bigger models. That it's normal. And this one is Nemotron 30B A3B. Okay, this is the project. So opencode-benchmark-dashboard. You find the link in the description. And let me know in the comments which model do you use for local AI. That's it. See you in another video. Bye.